The Mavericks get stung at home in the preseason by the Charlotte Hornets. We'll talk about the good, the bad, and the ugly from tonight's game coming up next on the DLLS Mavs postgame show. Welcome to the DLLS Mavs post-game show powered by Michelob Ultra. Cheer on your tea with Michelob Ultra at 2.6 carbs and 95 calories. It's a superior smooth taste worth playing for. Michelob Ultra, official beer sponsor of the NBA. Kevin Gray alongside our Mavericks analyst Bobby Carella, and introducing, ladies and gentlemen, he knows sports. His name is Ron Harrod Jr., our new Dallas DLLS Mavericks beat writer here on DLLS Mavs postgame show. Ron, what's going on? Welcome. How are you?
Happy to be here, everybody. Happy to be here. It's going to be a great season. Let's get it started.
It's good to have a fellow junior on the program.
Yes.
As you can see, Kevin Gray Jr. now bookended by Ron Harrod Jr. Here on the program. So, Bobby, get with it. Figure out a junior so you can get with your program.
What am I supposed to do?
Put a junior on your last name or something. I don't know. Figure it out.
That would be a lie.
Well, I mean, figure it out. Tanner, making us look good and sound good as always. Good to see you, sir. How are you? You good?
Doing great. Well, I mean, the game could have been better.
The game definitely could have been better. We'll jump into all that.
Are you a junior?
Anthony Davis looked great.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, you know.
Yeah, we're getting to that. No, I'm not a junior either. So
well, sound like you need to get with it too then.
Yes, that it. We're 2-2.
I don't think Stein is either. So
We don't have to figure that out.
I see a fellow Ronald in the comments. I appreciate that. It's a nice name.
Shout out to Ronald. Yes, shout out to Ronald is in the comments. We was watching some little WWE earlier today. Shout out to Sarah. We'll see her in Vegas starting this coming week. In fact, we'll be in Vegas tomorrow night and getting ready for the Mavericks and Lakers later on this week. But we got some business to tend to tonight as the Mavericks get stung at home by the Charlotte Hornets 120-116 to fall to 1-1 in their preseason. They have 4 games, of course, with their next one on Monday against the Utah Jazz before they finish up against the Los Angeles Lakers in Las Vegas at T-Mobile Arena. Your leading scorer tonight for your Dallas Mavericks was Klay Thompson, who had 14 points tonight, went 4 of 7 from downtown in his 21 minutes of play. Anthony Davis, 24 minutes, 6 of 12 from the field, had 12 points, but was a minus 24 tonight for your Dallas Mavericks. In fact, the worst plus minus of any Maverick on this particular evening. Cooper Flagg, 4 of 8 from the field in what was 24 minutes of play for him, 11 points. As the starters played deep into the third quarter of tonight's game. There was some good, Bobby. There was some bad. There was some ugly. Let's start with your just overall takeaways from what you saw. Your one big takeaway from tonight, if you have one.
Yeah, so from the first game, my big takeaway was I don't really care that they were playing against basically a bunch of semi-pro players for the Thunder. They destroyed them, and that's fine, but it was the process that I really liked. I liked that they did everything hard. They got out and ran. They played aggressive defense. They were jumping lanes. They were just playing very active basketball. They were moving on offense and all that stuff. Some of that was also evident tonight. They had a lot of fast break points. They had 35 fast break points, which is that is unbelievable. 41 points off 25 Hornets turnovers. Some of that was just pure slop because it's preseason and guys are working through it, but the process was not as evident and obvious and good tonight. There were a lot of you can't characterize them necessarily as defensive miscommunications or defensive breakdowns. It was just simply guys just not defending. The Hornets took 26 threes in the first half. The Thunder took 29 threes in the first half in game 1 of the preseason. And so the Mavs, I mean, it's been known for a while now, when the more you try and protect the rim, the more threes you're going to concede. And the Thunder missed all of them. The Hornets made quite a few of them. And so it was tough for them to get some stops. Off those threes, they were not rebounding the ball very well on the defensive glass, which is pretty shocking considering their size. And, it's preseason, so we don't have to have the Anthony Davis conversation just quite yet. But the fact that the Coop, PJ, Lively front court trio looked so much better than any trio involving Davis tonight it did not go unnoticed by anybody in this building. And I hope that that's not the case moving forward. I hope Anthony Davis plays great whenever he's on the floor. But there was a noticeable difference in the energy level, intensity level, rotation level on defense, aggression and spacing and quality of shots on offense. Everything was better tonight whenever Davis wasn't in the game. Now, he's kind of playing himself back into shape, and he had to take essentially the entire summer off because of his eye injury. So hopefully that's going to be shored up in no time, and this will be just a distant memory, Kevin. But the memory of this game is going to be a bad one.
Ron, give me your big takeaway from tonight's game if you have one. What did you notice or that you didn't like about tonight's effort from Dallas?
Yeah, I mean, just PJ Washington, I thought he was really good off the bench. Another starter essentially coming off the bench, a lot of speed. As we all understand, Anthony Davis is not in basketball shape yet, I think, as he would probably say, and even some of the coaches would say. So PJ Washington kind of coming in with a lot of speed, athleticism, as a connector, as a passer, rebounder, and shooter. Just seemed to be a huge difference. Again, I'm really excited to see Flagg with Lively with Washington. It's going to be just really hard to run past that much speed and length on the floor. D'Angelo Russell, he's a very interesting player. LeBron James, just watching them play together was always interesting. LeBron, you would always kind of see pull D'Lo aside. There's kind of no one here doing those things. At least is what it seems like right now. But I'm very excited to see kind of with D'Lo, Clay, and AD, kind of how they use their experience to kind of help put this team over the top.
Yeah, this was a case tonight for me where I saw it looked like a team that's a little older, a little slower to the foot, particularly Klay Thompson, who had his troubles tonight trying to deal with LaMelo Ball, who, by the way, had 20 points in the 23 minutes that he played, going 8 of 13 from the field, going 4 of 8.
27.
And yeah, it was a plus 27 for the Charlotte Hornets tonight.
Remember, he cooked them pretty good that game whenever the Mavs went to Charlotte and lost on MLK Day last year. And that was kind of when things started feeling a little weird.
Yeah, feeling a little weird around the team for sure. And to your point about Anthony Davis, as he continues to work himself back into basketball shape, you could tell at times trying to get out and guard shooters, whether it be in transition, some wide open shooters that were left for Anthony Davis. There was a lot of commentary about number 3 tonight. I think the concern will hopefully be alleviated as we get closer to the regular season and once we get into regular season play, but it just did not look great. And we'll get into this more as the show goes on. But I want to see some more of the Cooper Flagg, PJ Washington, Derek Lively experience, because that was fun to watch. Derek Lively was particularly good tonight. In fact, Lively himself was 5 of 6 from the field, and his 22 minutes was a +2, had 10 points, but was very active with 6 rebounds, 3 assists, and a couple of steals, and 2 blocks as well in his 22 minutes on the floor. So a very active Derek Lively the second, who looks like he's ready for regular season play as well. But there was a lot to be left to be desired from particularly Anthony Davis tonight, which I think as we go into the weekend before they get ready for their game on Monday against Utah, will probably be the largest talking point given how important he is to this team this upcoming season.
Yeah, so rated E91 says, relax, Charlotte just got lucky with their three-pointers. So kind of. So they ended up shooting 41% from 3. In the first half, they were only 34.6%. Charlotte had 61 points at halftime. But that is going to be the story of the season, I think, in many respects from the Mavs, from a defensive perspective. 26 threes, you only make 9 of them. That's actually not very good. That would be a little below league average. League average would be closer to 10 or 11 made threes. 10, actually. But anyway, the Hornets took 26. The Mavs only took 12. And it's not necessarily always about the number that you take. It's about the number that you make. But the Hornets made 9. The Mavs made 6 in the first half. So the Hornets had 9 extra points just from threes. Even though they missed a bunch of extra shots, they still had 9 extra points from threes. The Mavs, meanwhile, made 16 twos. The Hornets made 13 twos. So the Mavs had 6 extra points from twos. So they took a lot more twos, and they barely made more. Whereas the Hornets took a lot more threes. They barely made more, but threes are worth more. Not in like a condescending way, but threes worth more than 2. And so
it's a math game.
Yeah, it is a math game. And if the Mavs are going to say our offensive identity is built around getting to the basket and dunking, which is great, and our defensive identity is built around preventing you from getting to the rim and dunking. We're going to force you to take jumpers, and we're going to let you take some long jumpers if you can engineer them. We're going to see that exact thing play out a lot, where at halftime it feels like the Mavs are like visually like they're playing better, like they're outplaying them. They got way more fast, but they're forcing turnovers, like they're getting out and running, like it feels like they're playing the game that they want, and yet they're down 5, and I just can't figure it out. And then you see, oh yeah, the other team took twice as many threes. So it is just preseason, and I'm not sounding the panic meter or whatever, but it is just, I think we're going to see that a lot. I really do.
And this is something, Ron, that we've talked about on this show, is the idea that teams are going to spam three-pointers against this team quite a bit. We saw it against when they played Brooklyn last year here in Dallas. Brooklyn, not a very good team. Brooklyn took a whole bunch of threes, and on that particular night, they made a bunch of them, and they beat the Mavericks inside the AAC. We could see a lot of that this year. To Bobby's point, at one point, the Hornets starters were a plus 15 from the three-point line against the Mavericks starters from distance. So that gives you a little bit of an idea that teams will look to shoot threes, and if they could make them, they could give the Mavericks problems on night-to-night basis potentially.
Yeah, I think it's going to be just a big question is, one, who's going to be the Mavericks' point of attack defender? Tonight, it seemed like Klay Thompson got the LaMelo Ball assignment.
Woo!
I mean, even prime Klay, LaMelo Ball is really fast. He's very crafty. He does take a lot of wild shots, but as we saw tonight, he hit like 2 one-legged threes.
Wild ash.
Yeah, I mean, allegedly he wants to be
That's
called
the full LaMelo
Mr.
experience.
Mr. 6'7" now. I think is his nickname,
That's right.
Mr. 6'7".
Yeah,
So
that's
I
right.
didn't mean to call him LaMelo. I'm sorry, Mr. 6'7".
That's right.
But just a lot of wild shots. But who's going to be able to stop the ball on the perimeter for the Dallas Mavericks? A lot of teams are probably going to come into the game like, okay, can we shoot the Mavs essentially out of the game? Maybe make them go small. Tonight they didn't really seem to go to that look. Maybe in the regular season, maybe they try it out.
And we'll see, because Caleb Martin we'll have to get more on this, but he was not listed as part of the injury report for the Dallas Mavericks coming into tonight's game, which, if that's not the case, deduction would tell me that he was a healthy scratch for a preseason game, which to me is kind of alarming, that a guy who is supposed to be one of your point of attack guys, if he's not injured and he's not playing in preseason, we got some questions that we need to have.
They need him. I think he's the kind of guy that I think would – LaMelo's tough because he will just shoot whatever.
Yeah.
But he is the kind of guy I think that could make LaMelo work for his meal. I think because he's long and he's rugged, and like he's not afraid to get up in your face and stuff. They missed him for sure.
So we'll have to get more when it comes to that. Obviously, Dante Exum did not play tonight. We got some information, which we'll talk to our National NBA insider Marc Stein about a little bit later on in the show, that he is dealing with some knee irritation that's going to keep him quote, out for a bit, according to Jason Kidd from his pregame comments. So we'll get more on that as well, and what that means for Dante Exum for the rest of the preseason and potentially missing games going into the regular season. So a lot of business to still take care of on this post-game show tonight, as the Mavericks fall 120-116 to the Charlotte Hornets, as they now are halfway through their preseason. They get ready to travel to Utah for their game on Monday, and then they will finish up their preseason against Luka Doncic and the Los Angeles Lakers at T-Mobile Arena on Wednesday. Let's take our first break here on our post-game show. When we come back, more on tonight's game, the good, the bad, and the ugly, and what's going on with some of the defense that we saw from tonight, and what Cooper Flagg was able to do in his second preseason game. All that and more coming up next.
Sometimes I need something to sip on that isn't just water. All right. Sometimes I need a little beer. But the thing about beer, it is going to make you bloated. It's just a bunch of empty calories. That's what they say all the time, right? Well, not Michelob Ultra. Only 2.6 carbs and 95 calories. Can you believe that?
I love that.
Really good.
95 calories. It's great.
It makes you feel good about drinking a beer.
Keep you lane.
Absolutely. Whether it's the delicious taste of victory that you're celebrating, or you are embracing the feeling of moving on and maybe forgetting about what you just witnessed, it deserves something equally superior. Cheer on your team with Michelob Ultra, a superior smooth taste worth playing for. Michelob Ultra is the official beer sponsor of the NBA and also the official sponsor of this here podcast. We're going to be sipping on Michelob a lot this season, hopefully celebrating more victories than defeat. But no matter what, it's going to be there. And no matter what, you're not going to get bloated and regretful the next day because, again, 2.6 carbs, 95 calories. You cannot beat that.
Cowboys taking on the Panthers at noon tomorrow in Charlotte. Are you going to be there? And if you are, then you hopefully use Game Time to get your tickets. And if you're not haven't gotten your tickets yet, you need to use Game Time. To get it with Game Time Picks allows you to filter out the fluff to show you only incredible deals when it comes to purchasing your tickets. Incredibly easy to use, and the Game Time guarantee means you can trust you'll get 100% authentic tickets on time at the best price. They've got panoramic seat view, so you know exactly where you're going to sit before you get your tickets. Also, they've got what is the best ticket coverage in the game today, and also they don't have any hidden fees, so you're not surprised about what you pay when you get to checkout. So make sure you take the guesswork out of buying your college tickets, your NFL tickets, your basketball tickets, whatever tickets you want to enjoy. Take the guesswork out of buying those with Game Time. Download the Game Time app and create an account and use code DLLS for $20 off your first purchase. Remember, returns apply. You can create an account and redeem code DLLS for $20 off. Tap Ticket Go. Download the Game Time app today. Mavericks fall 120-116 in their home preseason game to the Charlotte Hornets. In fact, the Mavericks played their first and only true home preseason game tonight at the American Airlines Center. Of course, they played their first one in Fort Worth on Monday against the Thunder. They had their game tonight, but they'll be on the road against Utah, and then they'll play a neutral site game in Las Vegas on Wednesday. So unfortunately for the Mavericks fans, that was the only one that could see at the AAC before the regular season
They had
starts.
Fan Jam last night, too.
They had Fan Jam. They had their glorified scrimmage last night at the American Airlines Center.
Coop had it's kind of a windmill.
Yeah, he had a
Nice little
windmill.
dunk.
Yeah,
Wildly had the dunk, the self alley-oop.
Yeah.
That was fun.
Wasn't nobody stopping him in transition to let him do that. But, of course, the Mavericks will open up their regular season. Well, check this out. 5 straight home games to start off the season. So you'll have plenty of opportunities to see the Mavericks at home, including Cooper Flagg's official debut when they take on Victor Wembanyama, Dylan Harper, and the San Antonio Spurs on October the 22nd. Speaking of Cooper Flagg, he played his second preseason game tonight. Had a pretty good, damn good sequence in that second quarter where Bobby, he started to get his game off a little bit and continued to show us that the kid from Duke, the number 1 overall pick, he could play a little bit.
Yeah, it was a nice pull-up jumper. He started going left, and LaMelo was kind of right there on him. And LaMelo was like playing for the crossover, so he was staying on Cooper's right, even though he was driving left. But then Cooper just went behind the back. Normally, he'll drive and then stop and spin, or just spin and try and keep going. But this time, he stayed faced up and went behind his back, and then pulled up right around the elbow. It was really nice. He made a 3, I think, at one point. Looked pretty good. Yeah, he looked pretty good. There was one possession where he kind of got like his head out over his skates a little bit and almost fell down. I think his balance sometimes on his drives can be a little wonky. And then there was a play in the third quarter where, again, they gave him his left hand and he made it all the way to the rim. He was trying kind of this sweeping layup sort of thing, and it went off the glass. Luckily, Lively was there to clean it up, but it didn't catch the rim or anything. So, he'll have to keep on working on his left hand. But he's 18. I'm 34. My left hand is still awful.
Yeah.
But I think that's
left hand layups are very difficult.
Yeah. I imagine at NBA speed too, when there's like a 7-footer like
right there next to you.
Saying just give me that. But yeah, I think there were high highs again in the second quarter. But yeah, I think the beauty of watching someone that's so young is you see the flashes, and then you also see like, oh yeah, he'll work on that. And like we'll bookmark that one. Come back in a couple months, it'll be better.
Ron, one of the things our guy Tim Ludwig talked to us about the other day was the fact that Cooper Flagg, as he gets more comfortable in his bag and gets more comfortable with the assertiveness of his own offense, you can start to see the rise and leaps of his game. I think we saw a glimpse of that tonight, as Bobby was starting to mention in the second quarter, where he had the behind-the-back dribble for the pull-up, mid-range jumper, knocking down a 3 off of a Lively screen. We saw him get out in transition. We're seeing those glimpses of what could be down the road of a player who, even at 18, could have some big nights, and he showed some of that again tonight for Dallas.
I think the most fun part about watching Cooper Flagg is that he's like at least average to above average at like every single thing on the basketball court. There's very few players that just can enter the league or even finish their time in the NBA. They are just so good at like every little thing, like layups. He showed the pull-up jumper. Like those are kind of things that people didn't think would be kind of in his bag this early. But for him making a pull-up jumper off a screen this early shows that he was in the lab kind of already over the offseason. If Flagg can make pull-up jumpers, if he can make threes, it instantly raises the Mavs' ceiling. If he's already going to be a good shooter, it can get really scary hours for a lot of teams if the Mavs can also keep up with threes. We talked about earlier, just teams are going to try to shoot the Mavs out of games. But if Flagg and D'Lo and Clay and Max Christie can kind of help the team stay in the game, it can make the season really fun.
I liked how often he wanted to get out and run too.
Mm-hmm.
Like there was a play in the
Young legs.
first quarter, I think, the half-court alley-oop from D'Lo. That was really nice. But then in the third quarter, Lively came away with the ball, I think, and centered it to Flagg, who was running the fast break. Maybe it was the first. I don't remember, actually. Flagg was running the fast break and then flipped it over to Clay for a three. It was just nice.
Yeah.
Like he just was, or maybe Clay missed the three. I don't even remember, actually.
Got a
But
good look.
yeah. But yeah, I mean, Coop is trying to run. Like he's trying to
he's
trying to get them to go fast. Yeah.
Now, D'Lo might be slowing down that pace sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
But Flagg is trying to get out there. I think it's going to be very interesting also just to see the young versus older player balance. Like who's going to kind of take over that role? Like are the Mavs going to run a lot? Are they going to try to, I thought it was really cool. Clay's one of the best transition three-point shooters in NBA history. Flagg and him already seem to kind of have that connection. Also, D'Lo got the ball to Clay in transition.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's a way the Mavs will just be able to like steal points. Like Max Christie also took a bunch of those. Clearly, maybe him and Clay have been working on that. Maybe it's something he's used to doing with with his former team. I think that's going to be a big way the Mavs can kind of come back in the game. We saw that even when they were down big, those transition threes and layups kind of brought them back in the game.
16 of 19 on field goal attempts in transition tonight. Or on the fast break.
On
Sorry.
fast break, there you go. You were mentioning three-pointers. Speaking of three-pointers, so the former Mavericks owner sat in that particular seat not that long ago and said that the season is going to go on how Derek Lively and Anthony Davis shoot three-pointers.
Yeah.
Lively.
And that's right. We thought the same thing.
I thought Tim Cato was going to fist fight.
Yeah,
Mark Cuban.
we thought a fight was going to break out. We got our first Derek Lively the second three-point attempt last night. That's right, Tam. The clank heard around the world. Yeah, it didn't go great. In fact, those were okay.
No, keep shooting. Don't bully Derek Lively.
I'm not bullying. I'm just telling you. I'm just reporting the facts of what happened. That mess was awful.
That's why he's got to keep shooting them.
He has to get confident.
Yeah, like Dory, just keep swimming, my guy. Just keep swimming because my gosh.
Keep shooting. Don't turn down the next one.
Yeah, don't hit the backboard and the rim at the same time. Let's try.
That's the thing, right? Like so. No, this actually matters. I will go down fighting for Derek Lively.
Okay.
You have to
It's all love live. It's all love, by the way.
No,
It's
for
all-
sure.
Yeah, for sure.
You can't take the shot unless the coaching staff gives you the blessing. But
For sure.
what you need as a player in this league is for the coaches to be like, we want you to shoot that shot.
Yeah.
Not like take it if you're open, if you have to. Like, no, give me the green light, dude. Like, give me the confidence. Like, maybe I don't have confidence in myself, but you can instill it in me.
Yeah, for
You know.
sure.
Do we think over or under one attempt a game from three for Lively this season?
What do you think?
I'm gonna go slightly under, maybe like 0.7. Like he'll take it.
0.73
Like
of
he'll
the game?
take it. I think a decent amount, but will he be confident enough to at least take one a game? If he can be in the corner, early Brook Lopez didn't take a lot of threes, but eventually he started adding that to the bag. Now then you have JaVale McGee on the other side, who thought he could shoot threes. So I mean, it's very hard for a center to kind of break that out. You have JaVale who, tried to add it to his game. It didn't really work out. But then you have Brook Lopez who added it to his game, and it did really work out.
He's become a really good three-point shooter as his career has gone on.
So it just depends. Lively seems like a crazy hard worker. I'm pretty sure if he said he's working on threes, we can actually believe he's working on threes. This is not the Ben Simmons off-season video that we get every year. We're like, oh, Ben Simmons made 10
he's
threes
already
in a row.
doing better than Simmons in that regard. He took one.
For sure.
Yeah, so he's already off to a good start.
How
there.
about Lively? 10.6 boards, 3 assists, 2 steals, 2 blocks.
He's active. He's active.
Give my guy 40 minutes a game.
Okay, so let's walk down that road real quick.
Yeah.
We mentioned a little bit earlier. Flagg, PJ, Lively.
It's fun.
That trio looked pretty fun. Mavericks fans took notice on what those three look like together on the floor. I'm going to start with my analyst. What did you think of the Flagg, PJ, Lively minutes together? Do you want to see more of that in the preseason as Jason Kidd continues to tinker, obviously, with lineup combinations and player combinations so far?
Yeah, I want to see a lot of it.
What did you like about it most?
Everything that I've been proselytizing about this three-man front court combo for 4.5 months now.
You have, yeah.
It's athletic, it's switchy, it's versatile, it's got speed. All three of those guys are skilled. They can all handle the ball. Lively ran a fast break and finished right to left
little Euro step
back to the right hand finger
nice.
roll in transition. Highly skilled. You still have a lot of size. Those guys are all still big. Obviously, 80 is bigger than Cooper, PJ, but you still have a lot of size, versatility. PJ's blocking shots, Lively's blocking shots, Coop is. They all have ball skills. Like you have it has everything you want if you want a big lineup, but it also gives you the offensive spacing and versatility to be able to run like a pretty semi-modern offense. Now, when that trio was in the game playing alongside Hardy and Najee, the offense was brutal. But then they subbed out Hardy and Najee, and I think it was Clay and D'Lo came back in, or maybe that's when Max Christie came in, and it looked a lot better.
Yeah.
We'll talk about Hardy in the fourth segment or something. I can't I can't do that right now.
We're gonna say
I can't do that right now.
The ugly for toward the end
For
of
sure.
the show. But Ron, that was something that a lot of folks who was watching this game, they're like, give me more Flagg, PJ.
That's been our
and
agenda for
Lively.
months
It
now.
has literally been the agenda
they're
around
so
here
active
for months. Yes.
Their hands are all so good. Derek Lively has great hands. You know, on the basketball court, clearly, as we're talking about.
Maybe off too. He builds Legos.
Maybe off the court.
Actually, he has pretty good hands if he's built all those Lego sets. He actually does have
You
pretty
know
good
what?
hands
You're
in
right.
that case.
So, hey, maybe the Legos help.
Maybe
That
they do.
hand-eye coordination is real.
Maybe it is, yeah.
Him, Flagg, PJ, is just so much speed running down the court. I think D'Lo actually fits pretty well with that lineup because they'll probably naturally speed him up.
Yeah.
1, 2, he's a really good alley-oop thrower. I mean, he's always been since Ohio State. And maybe if it's either Clay or Max Christie, I'm not sure who the 2 guard is in that line. Maybe you need more shooting, you go with Clay. Or if you want to just go, hey, let's get 4 like really good defenders on the floor, you go with probably Christie. And essentially you're switching a lot of actions at that point. Very few DHOs really throw you off. Now, again, Anthony Davis is one of the best defenders in the NBA. But as of right now, PJ Washington's probably better on the perimeter, I'd assume.
I'd like to see those 3 guys with Brandon Williams, who get well soon, please. Brandon Williams, and then
Ryan Nembhard. He had a good game.
with the GOAT Nembhard.
9 minutes.
With the GOAT Nembhard, dude. He's very good. Do not sleep on Ryan Nembhard.
A plus 12.
Yeah. And it's time out on the floor. I will say for the Flagg, PJ, Lively minutes, yeah, I need more of that. As you guys alluded to, the athleticism of that group was fun to watch. But more importantly for me, the PJ Washington agenda is alive and well. Again, had a really good game for the second straight game in the preseason. Ron, you'll get to know very quickly on this show.
Number 1 fan.
That's right.
Number one PJ Washington
I'm the
fan.
resident PJ Washington standing on business president.
It's because he got Junior in his name.
You know what?
I mean,
Hey, man.
you catching on,
I see
Corella?
right through this.
You
Yeah.
catching
I'm
you
figuring
catching
it out.
on.
I'm
You-
figuring it out.
You
Nothing's wrong
catching
with it.
on, man. There you go. You catching on. Juniors, don't worry about it, man. It's always good for you. So look, that's going to be one of the things going into the game on Monday that a lot of folks over the weekend are going to be definitely discussing with respect to this game tonight is what those 3 look like on the floor together, but also the idea that Anthony Davis still working his way back into shape as things go on for this team. But
I'm still bullish on AD. Don't get me wrong. I'm not selling all
for
my
sure.
stocks
I
or
don't
anything.
think this is a
He did not look like he was moving very well
No,
tonight.
not at all.
But I still think Coop, I do not want to see AD and Gaff together very often, but I do want to see a lot of AD and Lively for sure.
AD looked like a player just for tonight that should be playing at the 5.
Dude,
But
Ron, do you see how popular you are in the chat?
yeah, Ron's getting a lot of love, man.
I appreciate everybody showing love, for sure.
Put it up there. Devontae Moses, Ron knows sports.
For sure.
I wonder if Devontae got hands like Devontae Adams in Los Angeles. We'll see. B Money, Ron has been a great addition.
I appreciate
Love
it.
that.
I see my dad's there. We shout out the juniors. There's a senior in the comments.
Oh,
Let's
let's
go.
go.
Let's go, senior. Let's go.
There goes the senior in the comments. So, yeah, appreciate it. I saw someone earlier ask, what's my favorite thing about the studio, too? I saw that comment. I think our setup is pretty elite. I watch a lot. I'm a pod guy. I watch a lot of pods. Most pods have horrible backgrounds. This pod has a really good background. I just I feel like it matters.
You got the stamp of approval.
I care about this.
Exactly.
I care about these things.
I'm
and
glad that the
yeah, it's
background
good.
is aesthetically pleasing.
All right, you
yes.
passed the audition.
Yeah, you're right. You're
Yeah.
good. You're good. You can stay. You're all good. You're all
Right.
good here. Let's take our next break here on our post-game show. When we come back, a little more on tonight's game, and then we'll get to our guy, Marc Stein. He'll be joining us in the last segment of our show. We might do a little Ask Ron because we want to know what y'all want to know about Ron. We'll do that next. But just like Ron is now part of our DLLS Sports family, we want you to be part of our DLLS Sports family. The easiest way that you can do that is to become a diehard member. We want you to subscribe to DLLS Sports and join the over 33,200 subscribers already that have joined us here. And also, if you go to alldlls.com right now, you can become a diehard member for $59 and get our exclusive branded Bills All City DLLS mashup hat right now. Branded Bills has put together a terrific collection of hats for the All City Network, and DLLS has an exclusive one here for us, and that's for $59 right now. Also, you can, if you want to, for $36, get a free t-shirt with your diehard membership, and you will get access to all of our tremendous benefits here. You will get access to our premium content, including the writings of our new Mavericks beat writer, Ron Harrod Jr. Also, speaking of Junior, Clarence E. Hill Jr. covering the Dallas Cowboys, Jeff Wilson covering your Texas Rangers, and Sean Shapiro and Sam Nessler covering your Dallas Stars.
Sam is in the Rockies as we speak right now, bringing you boots on the ground coverage from Colorado.
Shout out to our Stars crew as the Stars take on the Colorado Avalanche tonight.
They're in overtime right now.
Oh, it went to
OT.
overtime. Okay. And
Got a point, though. You start the season with a win in Winnipeg and a point at least.
That's off to a
Not
good
bad.
start. It's off to a good
good.
start in the Miko Rantanen revenge game. But
Die Hard
yes.
deal expires tomorrow night, by the way.
Okay, so
11:59 p.m.
So make sure you
Get on
get
it.
in right now. If you this is the best. Look at me. This is the best time to become a diehard member right now. You get your physical diehard card, which is made of titanium, vibranium, and gold. It's really heavy, but it's also really good for you. So make sure you go to alldlls.com and become a diehard member. There's no better time to join us. All the sports in season, pretty much right now, and you get access to some pretty amazing content here at DLLS Sports. Mavericks fall to the Charlotte Hornets tonight, 120-116 at the AAC. They get ready for the third preseason game on Monday against the Utah Jazz. Don't forget, we will be in Sin City all week. This coming week, we will be flying to Las Vegas tomorrow evening, and we'll have shows for you throughout the course of the week with a couple of special guests as well.
Oh, yeah?
That will be joining us. Yeah,
Mm.
sure. One
Who?
that we know pretty well from the Worldwide Leader. You know,
One that we don't know?
one that we do know.
Okay.
Oh, are you asking me, is it one that we don't
Yeah, 'cause
know?
you said a couple guests. You said one that we do know.
Yeah.
Which means there are others that we don't
Oh.
So,
know.
yeah.
Not necessarily.
Oh,
Not
you had me
necessarily.
excited and kind of worried.
Is it Ryan Nembhard again? Is he going to join us?
That's Ryan Nembhard
I
coming.
mean, who
He
knows?
joined us last
Maybe.
He did.
He
did
was on
join
the
us.
show.
He was.
Friend of
Subscribe.
the show.
That's right. You got to find out. But we'll be in Vegas starting tomorrow. We'll have shows on Monday, Tuesday, and we will have our pre and post show for the Lakers game on Wednesday. So make sure you stay tuned for your local time. Remember, 2-hour time difference. So what's 10 a.m. for us in Vegas, noon here. So make sure you pay attention.
Who scheduled us 10 a.m. shows in Vegas? Ugh.
It's tough.
Well, it's clearly noon here.
I
so
will cancel this trip. I don't think I could do that.
You're not canceling this damn trip
Couldn't
at
do
all.
that if I
Okay.
wanted.
That says the degenerate trying to cancel a trip to Vegas. Come on now.
Yeah.
I'm not
See
a
it.
it's not degeneracy, it's victory.
Oh, is that what it
Victory.
is? That's clearly what a degenerate would say.
I
if
did
they-
not want to leave. That's what whenever we were there for summer league, I wanted to stay for another few days at least.
Play more blackjack.
Trying to
play
see
more
something.
blackjack.
Play
That's
more
right,
blackjack.
exactly.
You know where to find you. You'll be at the blackjack table.
It's always more blackjack.
Or inside Westgate watching any and every sport that you
Yeah,
can
Monday
think of.
night I will be sitting. I will not move for about 7 hours.
You're gonna be playing it right there
Yes.
because for some reason the NFL loves doing these dumb double headers on Monday Night Football.
They have to stop that,
Love 'em.
man.
No.
They have to stop that.
Thank you.
They have to
See,
stop it.
another
That's
another
why.
ball knower. Another ball knower.
Why?
Stop doing double headers on Monday nights.
I think for the first week of the season, it's fun. After that,
it's cool for the first week of the
After
season.
that, I'm tired.
Ball knower. Ball
I
knower.
do get tired.
Thank
It's
you.
disrupting my Octo box
It-
Sunday
it is.
afternoons. All right.
Oh, you need a complete.
Yeah.
I want to maximize my Scott Hansen top.
Scott Hansen, what a guy.
Shout out to Scott Hansen. Let's do a little Ask Ron here on the show. As you can see, we have our new Mavericks beat writer, Ron Harrod Jr., who knows sports. You can find him on X at Ron Knows Sports. What was your journey into sports and sports media? I'll ask the first Ask Ron question.
Yeah, definitely. So my undergrad went to Radford University. I was a sport administration major. Kind of found journalism through my love of sports. Then I decided to get a master's degree, which, hey, I mean, some people do, some people don't.
You just decided.
I decided, let's apply. Let's see if we get in first. I ended up getting to Columbia. My grandmother said, well, you kind of have to go now. I said, oh, okay, well, I guess I'll go. I went there, had a great time, learned a lot about the craft. But I'm the only person from my graduating class to do sports because Columbia is very investigative. It's the Pulitzer School. So anyway, then from there, I've worked at a couple of papers.
Starting with the flex, but
I
just decided.
I let it slide. As soon as you said it, I was like,
master's degree from Columbia. Whatever. Dude.
We go there for journalism.
It's not that big of a deal.
And then, get taught by a lot of great professors. Then work at a couple of papers. Lastly, at the Dallas Morning News. It's kind of where I came from last. Got a chance to do a bunch of Mavs games. Was at the San Antonio Express News before that. I see one of the comments said, what was it like going from Wemby off the plane to covering Flagg? I think I was the first American to talk to Victor Wembanyama off the plane because I was sent there. So that's pretty cool. So now we got Wemby. I saw what that kind of did for that city and that paper. And now to come here and kind of see what Flagg can do for Dallas and now DLLS Sports, I think it's going to be really cool. Wemby was great. Interview-wise, I know the court. Hopefully Flagg can be the same.
who is some of your favorite sports teams growing up?
I am a Dallas Cowboys fan.
Say it with your chest now. Don't
I am a
say
Dallas
it
Cowboys
like,
fan. Being a Cowboys fan,
only
born
God's
in, born in
strongest soldiers can be that
1999
Cowboys fans.
is
Okay,
tough. A 1999 born Dallas
You had to have
Cowboys
been born
fan
into that. That could not have been your
is
choice.
it's been tough. But my goal for the Cowboys is to not let them affect my day, but so much.
that's a good.
That's been my goal the last 2 years. Have I been successful? We're 50-50. This year we've had some good and some bad days.
Good for you, because I'm a third generation Cowboys fan, and that team gives me the blues. Affect my mood, affect my week, affects everything.
I worry about him sometimes.
Yeah,
it's a rough existence.
From Romo to Dak, it's been
I feel
we've
really
had some
old.
good QBs, but yeah, Jerry.
Did you hear how
and the
he
GM.
gently said from Romo to Dak?
Yeah, that's all I know. I don't know Cowboys pre-Romo. Like, I know them, sure.
That's the part where I just
do I know
walk
ball?
away.
Yeah.
Remember
Do I
them?
remember
Hell,
them?
man.
Do I remember the Cowboys pre-Romo? My first Cowboys
What can
memory.
you tell me about Drew Hutchinson?
I'm lost.
Exactly.
Like, my first Cowboys memory is Patrick Creighton dropping that pass against the Giants. This is my first Cowboys memory. I don't remember the Romo fumble. That's like I was 6.
I'm glad
That's
you
a
don't.
little bit before me, but the next year I do remember.
I'm not a Cowboys fan. I still remember where I was for that play.
Absolute heartbreaker.
Yeah.
For the Romo thing or the
Yeah, man.
I don't know what's
Not
happening
great.
outside right now, but if the stream suddenly
Lots of
ends,
engines revving. Yeah.
send help.
They're just out there celebrating that Texas handled business against Oklahoma.
The whole
today.
building is shaking.
Yeah. Congratulations to Texas. They defeated Oklahoma today at the Cotton Bowl.
All right, let's get into some of the serious stuff. What's your favorite Pokemon?
Ooh. Blastoise.
Oh, dude. Ball knower. Ball knower.
I had to think about
Ball
that.
knower.
love this.
Who's my favorite starter?
Squirtle guy here.
For sure.
That's my favorite, probably.
For sure.
My favorite. Now
Look at this bonding here. Look at this.
No,
Look at
that's
this
very
happening
exciting.
over here. Look at
All
that.
right, that's the only serious question, though.
Okay.
There you go.
Do you like, what other sports do you like?
I'm a big football, big NBA. I like college sports, like college football, like college basketball. Casual baseball guy.
Okay.
Grew up a Nationals fan, again, from Washington, D.C. The Nationals.
Wait, say that again?
I said from Washington, D.C., so grew up a Washington Nationals fan.
Oh, okay. I thought you said the Astros fans. Like, how does that work?
No, the Nationals. But the Nationals are
Yeah,
horrendous.
we'd have a real problem. I was like, how does an Astros fan
No one
live
is
in
an Astros
Washington?
fan.
Like, what the hell?
So a group of Nationals fans, so like baseball to an extent. Baseball has so many games. As we all know, if I cover the NBA and watch football a lot, it's very hard to watch all 3. like as a diehard fan. So I'm casually tuning in to, and I've been in Texas for now. This is going on, I think, my 3rd year. So I was here when the Rangers won. Thank God I missed the Astros winning. I did witness the Nationals beat the Astros.
That's all right.
That was very fun. Even mid trash can scandal. But so yeah, that was fun. But favorite pseudo legendary from Pokemon. Pseudo legendary.
Oh, this is if you know this, Bobby is going to be.
This
so
is
excited.
Well, there's a lot of good ones.
Like Lucario.
No. So the pseudo is usually a dragon. So Dragonite, Tyranitar, Salamence, Metagross, Goodra is a pseudo legendary.
What is Salamance's turn? What's the last? Like which?
Salamence is like the final form. So
okay,
it's Bagon, Shelgon.
Yes. Okay, yeah, that one for sure. It's gray.
Yeah,
what
that's
is
pretty
this
good
language?
All
What
it
is
is?
it? What
It's a
what
great
is this?
Pokemon that's like a ball that evolves.
Yeah,
and for sure that one. Dragonite is fun. Dragonite's also fun.
dude. Hell yeah.
I do know some Pokemon. I know my
podcast,
anime. I do know my anime. I'm big anime guy.
Okay,
Huge
okay.
anime guy.
Okay.
And Marvel guy, I guess.
Is anyone else here? Well, okay, you're a big Marvel guy.
I am a big Marvel fan. Okay, so is Tanner.
Yeah.
So the question is, favorite Marvel movie?
Ooh, The Winter Soldier.
Yes.
Oh,
Yes.
okay.
The Winter Soldier is really. I'm a huge Spider-Man guy though. Huge Spider-Man guy.
Oh,
Okay.
I don't know what it is, but I've always loved Spider-Man for sure.
Have you ever seen the following basketball movies?
Oh, this is.
What was the first one?
Space Jam.
Space Jam.
I've seen both.
Okay.
Okay.
Have you ever seen Air Bud?
only one matters.
I have seen there, but
okay, cool.
Have you ever seen Uncut Gems?
who's
Was
the
was
lead?
he old enough to see
Adam
an
Sandler
R-rated
and
movie
Kevin
when that
Garnett.
came
Oh
out?
yeah.
Right.
I've seen Uncut Gems.
Okay.
I've seen Uncut Gems.
Have you seen
Degenerate.
Coach Carter?
Coach Carter for sure. Legendary.
Have you seen Love and Basketball?
I have legendary.
All right.
Oh,
Okay, all right, cool. So we
not
good.
thought. I'm be honest. I didn't think I was gonna know.
Let's
majority.
go.
Actually,
Wait,
I actually didn't.
what's Stein's movie?
Have you seen The Fish That
The
Saved
fish that
Pittsburgh?
saved Pittsburgh.
No.
All right. Yeah.
Wait.
The fish that saved Pittsburgh.
Us neither.
Yeah.
Who recommended that movie?
That's Marc Stein's favorite
Stein that
basketball movie.
recommended
Yeah.
that?
Yeah, that's
Okay.
right. By the way, Stars win. Shout out to the Stars. They get
Let's
it done
go.
in the shootout. Thank you. Too broke to pay attention. Appreciate that. Thank you.
Apparently Mikko Rantanen scored the winner in the shootout.
Shut up.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Dude,
Shout out
I
Mikko.
hope he gives the middle finger to like the whole stadium every
Hold
time
on,
he goes
Jerry.
there for
Hold
the rest
on,
of his career.
Jerry. Relax.
Well, that
Yeah,
was an
relax.
accident. He was trying to give a
oh,
thumbs
yeah,
up.
That's
Allegedly.
right. That's right.
Allegedly
He's
an
trying to give a
accident.
thumbs up. That's right. Dad says, by the way, you grew up in D.C., but he made sure that you was a Cowboys fan.
For sure.
That's
I didn't really have a choice on becoming a Cowboys fan,
Okay.
but you love the team. I also see favorite Yu-Gi-Oh monster. I'm gonna go Dark Magician.
Dude, base.
I'm gonna
Let's go.
I'm gonna go Dark
go.
Magician.
Let's go.
I love this.
I don't even know what that
I
means.
don't say I don't either, but I love his enthusiasm around the answer that he gave, and how much he loved it. So,
Yu-Gi-Oh is
I love that.
Shout out Yu-Gi-Oh, man.
That's awesome.
Hell
Love
yeah.
it. Love that. Well, let's get ready to take our final break here on the
Let's do
DLLS.
You think
Mavs
Marc
podcast.
Stein knows any of that stuff?
No, of course
No.
not.
He's been
Of course
going-
not.
He's
Does
been
Mark
listening, so
Does
we
he
can
know
ask.
what
Oh,
Yu-Gi-Oh
he's in
is?
here?
Oh, he's
Yeah,
been
he's
listening the
in
whole
this.
time.
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
okay.
Mark,
Probably
we'll get with you
confused.
soon.
That's right. Nationally be insider Marc Stein joins us live from the American Airlines Center. We'll do that next.
But first, a few quick things to plug for you. KG was talking about a lot of those wonderful benefits that come with being a diehard. You get a shirt for free, or you get a hat that comes as part of the deal. If you're a diehard, though, you get save 20% on all other merch you get. So if you get one shirt or you get one hat, but then you look at the rest of our inventory, you're like, oh my God, you got 40 or 50 other shirts to choose from. Well, you get a discount, and you can buy something like this one, our beautiful Paige Becker's inspired roadie shirt. Also, second team all W.
She was at the Texas OU game throwing up the Longhorns today.
She's been really?
She's everywhere.
She threw up the Longhorns. Yeah.
Oh, wow, okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
so,
Paige is
yeah.
everywhere right
Yeah,
now.
she's
everywhere.
had quite a summer/fall,
Yeah.
and hopefully next spring and summer are going to be even better,
Mhm.
both for Paige and the Wings. You can also, whenever you go shopping on our website, we call it the Locker, you can activate the Ball Knower bonus. When you do that, you choose the outcome of a game or you choose a stat. You have a 50% chance of getting it right. You activate that thing and then spend at least $25 on our website. If your prediction comes true, like for example, hey, the Cowboys are about to play the Panthers, I think the Cowboys are going to win. If you make that selection and the Cowboys do win, boom, you are instantly granted a coupon worth what you spent. So it's a great way to buy one, get one, buy 5, get 5. Must spend at least $25 all the way up to $250. You can just double your money for free. And then last thing, we have a daily newsletter. It comes out Monday through Friday. Our guy, Ali Jawad, who's on the Cowboys beat, does a really good job of putting that together. All you got to do is go to our website, alldlls.com, scroll down to the bottom, sign up for the newsletter. All we ask is an email address, and then Ali's going to get that thing in your inbox by 8:30 every weekday morning. He's going to do a roundup of the news from our site, things that Ron is writing, or Jeff, or Sam, or Sean, or Ali, or Clarence. Some original ideas, some funny tweets, some good bits. It's a really good newsletter. He does a really good job with it. So I would ask you to sign up for that, or sub to the channel, or do any of the numerous things we ask you to do. And thank you for all of your support.
Got nearly 200 folks watching us live. I need 200 likes before we get out of here. Really appreciate that. So if you haven't already like the video,
We might be here for a while.
Please like the video.
Here on the DLLS Mavs postgame show, as the Mavericks fall 120-116 at home to the Charlotte Hornets.
Tanner won't let us go home until we get to 200 likes.
I like that. Let's go out to the American Airlines Center right now and welcome in our national NBA insider. You can always, there it is. There's the hand.
Dapper's back.
Yeah, that's right.
Dapper Stein is back.
You can always dial up the Stein line at the Stein line.
Dapper Spine.
Dapper Stein is
not
back.
Fine.
I know.
Fine.
I was so excited that he's
Yeah.
Dapper that I called him a Spine
right.
instead of a Stein.
Jeez.
Dapper Stein.
Our guy Marc Stein joining us here on the postgame show. Mark, what's going on?
Gents, great to be with you. Ron, hearty welcome. I wish I was there to welcome
Thank
you
you.
properly. I hope the guys are treating you right. I was thinking, do I have time to get back to the studio by foot? But unfortunately, I am old and slow. And so I actually thought I was joining you guys at 10:40, and I barely made 10:55. So it's preseason even for the writers.
I almost had a joke for one of the players in reference to how you just said about figured discretion is a better part of valor than that, so we'll just leave it alone. Your takeaways and observations from tonight as the Mavericks conclude their second preseason game. In fact, now halfway through the preseason already for the Dallas Mavericks are they before they head to Utah on Monday?
It was not the most sparkling showing, I must say. I think we had in the group text that 6 minutes in, the team that is supposed to be maybe the best defensive team in the league and at worst a top 3 defensive team, I think that was Max Christie's line. They gave up about 26 points in 6 minutes, so they were on course. 6 minutes into the game, they were on course to give up 200. Luckily, they found some defense after that. But, yeah, it was – I don't think that a Friday night fan jam worked really well for their preparation for this one. Somehow it turned into a bit of a back-to-back. But look, the takeaway is just let's keep it Cooper Flagg focused. He was terrific in the second quarter. Started the game the same way we saw against the Thunder on Monday night. Let the game come to him, focused on passing, soaked up all the pressure, made all the right plays. And then just that early sequence in the second quarter, we saw it all offensively, anything you could wish to see. Saw the wing three. I mean, he beat their whole team down the court to sneak into the dunker spot somehow without being seen and catches a half-court lob from D'Lo. I'm sure the Corellistrator was going crazy when we saw the behind-the-back dribble to lose LaMelo Ball and hit the midi.
It was nice.
So that was a fun sequence for sure. But overall, this was probably not the most inspiring performance we're going to see to get ready for the season.
2 games in, and I know he's going to obviously have, his ups and downs at times during his rookie season, but I have no concerns about Cooper Flagg. Like,
No.
as far as like things to discuss and worry about or quote unquote think about with this team, Cooper Flagg already for me through 2 games. Yeah, I'm not worried about the 18-year-old from Duke. Like, he's going to be okay. Like, will he have some times where things don't go so well for him? Sure, but he doesn't give me the vibe that he'll get too high or too low no matter what happens to him during his rookie season, that he'll be just fine to move forward here is kind of the vibe I get from him.
Like, I really don't want to overreact to any preseason game, even if they would have won by 50. like as reasoned as we can possibly be, which I know doing, like, nobody wants to be reasoned. We want to make judgments every time we see these guys in public. But I felt like tonight, what did kind of play out is something we've talked about seemingly for weeks, that I think the guy in the middle really wants to see PJ Washington in the starting lineup, and you didn't see that. And I think already there's going to be a clamor for how soon before we see that. So, just the way this roster is set up right now, I mean, we also saw, guard play, which is something else we've just talked about a ton. There just isn't a lot of it right now. Just Exum can't go. Brandon Williams can't go. They've got D'Lo as their new signing from the offseason, but playmaking was already an issue. And look, first of all, I feel like LaMelo Ball always plays great here. We only see him once a year, but he just seems to really play well in this building. They played super fast, and that was tough for the Mavericks to counter.
Yeah, Mark, we were talking during the game and also earlier on the show about that. You were sitting there courtside, so you have a really good view of everything that's going on. Was it the Hornets were playing really fast? Was it the Mavs kind of were a step slow on defense, or were they only slow because the Hornets were that fast? Like, what was going on? Because it just seemed like guys would just disappear and then just be open.
Yes, and it was both. The effort was not great. The Mavs looked like a team with a lot of veterans that wasn't super excited to play an exhibition game. I mean, nobody is. But yeah, I mean, it was a flat start. And again, how much of that stems from the Friday night fan jam? I mean, you don't often see a fan jam at night, you have to say. So I don't think they helped themselves with the scheduling, but I mean, that's also excuse making too. I mean, there's no mystery in the way Charlotte plays. If LaMelo Ball's out there, they're going to play a very high-paced style. I mean, that's what they do. That's what he does. And they just started so poorly and got themselves in such. I mean, look, they did dig out of it. Actually, I mean, they seemed to weather the early storm, but then the third quarter was another step back. So again, I don't want to overreact too much. This game in the grand scheme means really nothing. But
so
again, I think Bobby made Kevin made the point. Like, this isn't we don't see 8 exhibition games anymore. We're going to see 4. And so, of course, any dose we get, we are going to put under the microscope, because it's not just us. That's what we all do. Everybody who cares about this team is going to do that.
And this team is going to be under a microscope all season long, to the point where we're looking at, deep bench guys and why they're not playing exhibition games, because we found out that Caleb Martin was not going to play in this game. Dante Exum is going to be out for, quote, a bit, according to Jason Kidd and his pregame comments, with knee irritation. Let's start with, before we get to Exum, let's start with Caleb Martin. So he was not listed on the injury report, as I've come to see, and he did not play tonight. What is going on with Caleb Martin right now?
In all candor, Kev, I got to do more reporting on that one. There were so many other things to kind of do after this game. And look, there is also first exhibition game, first game night conditions. There is a bit of a back to school feel. So I'm seeing a lot of people after the game. So I don't have a fresh update for you on Caleb Martin, and I know we're all going to Vegas, and I'll have a better picture. I hope to have a better picture then. But look, the Exum thing, we have been talking about the knee. The one time he was in plain view in Vancouver, when I saw him, he had a massive ice bag on his right knee. He hasn't been able to play at all. So, I mean, that's the thing. Exum and B. Will are 2 players that the Mavericks are counting on right now in the early part of the season, with no Kyrie Irving, and neither is available. So, I like I said, I know there's always a great deal of interest in Caleb Martin because of the Quentin Grimes trade, but I mean, to me, the guard situation is much more worrisome. And They've signed Delano Banton, but he didn't play tonight. And so, I mean, I have my eyes on the backcourt. I mean, there's no, you guys tell me what you saw. I mean, I'm sure the Corellistrator is concerned as well.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, Ron, you made the point, like, Clay and D'Lo are just they weren't staying in front of LaMelo. I mean, nobody on the team was, but like if your starting backcourt is a little slow-footed on defense, then you're kind of starting behind the 8 ball every game.
Yeah, I mean, and
for a team that is supposed to be hanging its hat on defense.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
and like
this team, the only chance they have until Kyrie can come back. And again, it's not just Kyrie coming back. How long will it take Kyrie to get back to that level that he was playing at last season when he was one of the best 15 guys in the league? It's not going to happen on day one when he returns. To survive his absence, they have to meet their defensive potential. But for all of these great defenders they have all over the floor, I mean, you guys are saying it. They don't have point of attack defenders in the backcourt. They don't.
And Charlotte was spamming 3-pointers at certain points of the game and being a little bit more effective from downtown in that area. What were your evaluations of Anthony Davis tonight?
Yeah, he looked sluggish. He didn't, but he's a guy to me that, honestly, the first thing when they said starting his 14th season, that kind of took me back. I was like, man, Giannis 13th season, AD 14th season. How is that possible? I think he was sluggish. He obviously didn't look great, but it's an exhibition game for the most seasoned guy on the team. I'm really not super worried about him getting in shape. I think that's going to happen naturally. But again, I understand the concern because that's another thing. Anthony Davis has to be great for this team to weather Kyrie Irving's absence. And again, I think if you're gonna, his conditioning to this point, you have to factor in that he had eye surgery and couldn't do anything for 4 or 5 weeks. But at some point, that lasts only so long. He's going to have to play his way into shape, and he's going to have to be elite. There's just no alternative. The Mavs need him to be great.
We're just 11 days away from the regular season beginning for the Dallas Mavericks against the San Antonio Spurs. Speaking of Anthony Davis, today marks the 5-year anniversary that Anthony Davis won his lone NBA championship with the Los Angeles Lakers in the bubble 5 years ago. Yeah, 2020.
5 years ago.
It felt like ages ago.
Yeah.
Given how all that chronicled.
It was a young lad.
A young Anthony Davis.
I mean, the Anthony Davis that won that title and that team that the Lakers were able to put together to win the championship.
One of the best players I've ever seen in my life.
I think he shot 37% from 3 in the playoffs. Like run 38% from 3.
He was
unreal.
Yeah, he was.
he was unreal that postseason. Even the Miami Heat, even getting to the NBA Finals that year, was kind of an unprobable run for them. The Jimmy Butler led Miami Heat to get to that final. So, but yeah, 5 years ago, the Lakers won that title with Anthony Davis winning his lone NBA championship, looking to do the same, obviously, here in Dallas. Mark, before we let you go, how excited are you to go to Vegas?
Oh, I am. I'm ready to go. I love going there. I love that we're going to spend all week there, do a slew of shows there, see Mavs Lakers on Wednesday night. Very excited. Another tip of the chapeau to Kevin Gray for setting this all up. Best travel agent in DLLS history.
Hey, I have a tip for Mark. Mark, yesterday I was at the airport and it was super busy. So, traffic, everything else, lines. So we should all get there early. That's going to be my tip.
Where did you go?
Oh, no, I was just dropping a friend off at the airport. And, traffic was terrible. And it was the worst I've seen because of construction and everything. It was
good.
Terrible.
Okay, yeah, that's
awesome.
Yeah,
Yeah, get there early.
Knock on wood. Last time I saw our flight is in the D terminal. I think that will help us, but of course it could move and change tomorrow to something less favorable for us, but hopefully it stays in the D terminal. That should help our cause.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. It was really bad. Traffic. It was so bad they had traffic cops directing traffic, which I've not
That's
seen.
fine.
That's
That's great.
It wasn't great.
Y'all just want to drive?
So yeah,
we'll figure
see.
it out.
Drive to Vegas.
We'll figure it
So.
out. How far of a drive is that?
How was Ron's first show? How was it?
He's very popular in the chat.
Yeah.
I think pretty good. I feel pretty good.
And as soon as I let you go, we'll have a chance to get out on time. So we got to talk to you tomorrow. Love you. We'll see you tomorrow.
See you soon.
Bye, Mark.
That's our National NBA insider, Marc Stein. Goes dial up the Stein line at the Stein line. That'll do it for us here on the DLLS Mavs postgame show.
Let's go, Ron.
Shout out to Ron Harrod
Great
Jr.,
show.
our new Mavericks beat writer. Make sure you follow him on X at Ron Knows Sports. Appreciate our guy Tanner making us look good and sound good as always. Thank you, sir. The next time you'll hear from us, we will be in Sin City in Las Vegas to cover the Mavericks taking on the Lakers. They'll play the Utah Jazz on Monday. We'll have our shows all week long from Las Vegas. Shout out to Westgate, the official hotel of the DLLS Mavs.
Go watch
podcast.
the Stars postgame show. They're starting
That's
in like
right.
5 minutes. Go there. It's going to be awesome.
Shout out to them. That's our guy, Ron, our Mavericks beat writer. That is our Mavericks analyst, Bobby Krill. I'm your host, Kevin Gray. We are DLLS Mavs. We'll talk to you on Monday from Las Vegas at 12 p.m. Central Time right here on DLLS Sports. Y'all be good. Peace.
We all silly like the mayor.